Just hope the clouds and the moisture stay away. And your Lions have taken the field. Behind the plate, William DeForest, and on the mound, Eli Trope. Over at first base, again, Angus Dillon, Andrew Chen out at second base. Third base is Charlie Wright, shortstop. Zane Baker scooping up a practice ground ball. Out in left field, I see Jake Corman getting a start today. Center field, Corbin Carroll is back on patrol. And in right field, number 21, Jackson Andrews, Mr. Versatile. He plays all over the place out there, doesn't he? Left field, right field, third base, pitches. Fine athlete.
He's thrown harder than last time. Makes a jump every day, man. That's good. Go, Eli. Strike one, huh? One kid.
And we're ready to get underway here. First batter for Sealth, number 6, Marcel Jones. And here comes Trope's first pitch of the game. Low and inside.
Get in. Eli.
And that one stays up. Ball 2. There's one, a ground ball out to right. Scoops it up. Easy toss across the diamond. One up, one down. Second batter, number 1, Richard Swanson, the center fielder. One foul right back at us.
Hey, come on now, Eli. Way ahead.
Hey, fouls it off to the right side. First base coach tosses it back to the pitcher. No balls. No balls, 2 strikes. Is that right, Michael, or did I miss one? Oh, 0-2, thank you. On the corner. And Swanson is gone for the second out of the inning. Number 23, Nestor Herman, designated hitter for Sealth. There's a ball a little low.
Formerly the Sealth Chiefs.
And carbon copy of the first pitch. 2 balls, no strikes. Inside.
Who we got?
3-0. Strike on the inside corner. The runner was off to first base, thinking he had that one in his pocket, but he did not. And he'll have to come back. Here's a 3-1 pitch. And 3-2.
Let's pitch count. Come on, kid.
Full count on the powerful looking DH. Shot into the hole. Baker cannot get it on the dive. Carroll picks it up out in the clover and gets it back into the second baseman. Single, base hit up the middle.
Who we got?
Left-handed hitting Liam Moe, the first baseman. Takes a ball low. On the outside corner for a strike. Trope's doing a good job of keeping the ball low here today. Keep that up, get a lot of ground balls to our infielders. Runner at first has a good sized lead. That ball bounces in. DeForest keeps it in front of him and the runner in place. 2 balls, 1 strike. There's something in the center field. It's going to drop right in between everybody. Shortstop,
Hey,
left fielder, center fielder.
It said it's coming through, but the picture's blurred.
I'm going to disconnect my camera for a second from its mount just to see if I can clear up the picture. Bear with me. There we go.
On the line.
I just got a report from Carol Baker that Carrie had informed me that the picture was a bit blurry. I think I fixed it. Ball.
Come on, kid.
I got what's the count? 1-0.
Hey, come on, kid.
Ball 2.
Good spot, huh? Wait at the corner.
Okay, after 2 quick counts, we have a little bit of a testy situation here. Runners at first and second for the number 5 hitter, Gabe Eremia. Foul ball, foul ball. Two balls, 1 strike. Runners at first and second. 2 outs. No score. Foul ball. Evens the count at 2s. 2-2. Number 11 here, Remy, is the third baseman.
Come on, kid.
He went around, the umpire said, and he is out on strikes. That's one way to get off the hook. No score in the top of the first. Lions coming to bat. perhaps watching again? Or?
My other son has a game tonight at prep, so she's probably there.
Okay.
So I can pull it up and check if you need to get some feedback.
Yeah, I just want to see if it looks clear now. I can't, there's so much light here, I can't. I may have better eyes than I do. Carol told me that it was kind of blurry, and I did turn it around and see that my lens holes weren't matched up. And I realigned them.
Yeah, good. That's good.
That's clear, okay.
So is that a wide-angle lens that you have? For
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Soft toss and lefty. Okay, that's going to be a contrast to yesterday.
Yeah.
But,
He's about 5'4" compared to 6'8".
yeah, oh my gosh. Don't get too eager, guys.
Oh, Charlie's on the right.
Okay, here we go. Bottom of the first. Charlie Wright leading off from batting from the right-handed side against the Seahawks lefty. And he tosses a soft one way outside.
Oh no, Charlie.
And that one's even further outside and skips past the catcher.
Oh no, Chuck.
I actually didn't skip past it. It flew past. And that one's very wide as well. 3 balls, no strikes to the Lions leadoff hitter.
Come on, Chuck.
And Wright's taking on 3-0.
Here you go, Chuck. They got runners on first and second. First inning didn't score.
And another one on the outside corner. The bat has been resting on Wright's shoulder. What's he going to do now? 3-2. He's comfortable with any count. And let's see if the lefty's going to bring another strike. Seems like he's found his rhythm, and here it comes. And Wright golfs it high out in the left field. Shortstop, left field are both converging on it, and shortstop calls him off for the first out. Lions center fielder, Corbin Carroll. Lefty on lefty.
Here goes 7.
Ball 1. That one's very high, ball 2.
It's on the men quickly. There's so light on pitching.
And that one is hit high and long, and folks, it's over. 4-bagger for Corbin Carroll.
He hits it really high. That was no pop fly. That was no, seriously. 340, 20 feet inside the foul pole. Wind's coming in.
Hello. Here's Aiden.
Brings up Zane Baker. Takes the ball low.
It says fifth? Sixth?
5 or 6.
Yeah, I have it somewhere.
There's a strike.
He seems to be making a conscious effort to do that this year more. Use his power.
Yeah, he was really aggressive over summer and it paid off big time.
Ball bounces in. Three and one.
Come on, Aiden. Stay out, kid.
I think Carroll may still have more triples than he does home runs. It's pretty close. Ball 4. And the Lions have a base runner. William DeForest, the Lions catcher. Next up. Baker has a lead. Swing and a miss on the first pitch.
Fifth home run, he has 6 triples.
How come she can tune into the game?
What's that?
I just hear from my mate in the booth here, Thomas, that Corbin has 6 home runs. Is that right?
5 home runs and 6 triples.
5 home runs and 6 triples. And Baker's off. They're going to throw down into center field, actually, and Baker will be over to third. He's going to score. Here comes a throw, not going to be nearly in time, and he's standing up. So, stolen base, and E2 leads to the run. One one. Foul off to the right here, and
Right.
two and two. And in on him, but he muscles it through the infield, over the infield for a single. Thomas, did you say that ball was dry?
Yeah, it hit some bushes.
Okay. Looks like they have someone on it. Runner at first, 1 out, 2 in here in the bottom of the first. Ball to Andrews. Looks like Evan Brown out there running for DeForest. Here's the pitch. That's popped to the right side. The right fielder's got a long way to go, but he gets underneath it. Brown's back to first. 2 down. Brings up Jake Corman. Starting left fielder for the Lions. And the runner's off. Called strike and no throw.
How's Sealth? I think they're like kind of like in the like West Seattle and Hale was sort of like middle to bottom middle. I think they have 3 wins.
Corman thought about it, but held up, and the catcher had to work to keep it in front of him. It was a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at second, 2 out, 2 in. Ball bounces in, gets away from catchers, throw down to third, and Brown slides in safely on that wild pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Hey, come on now, Jake.
Corman pops it high down the left side. And the third base is going to take it in foul territory to end the inning. But the Lions pick up 2. On 2 hits. A big home run by Corbin Carroll.
1. Did Evan Brown score?
2, we got 2 runs.
Wasn't Evan stranded at third? How did he score?
No, Baker scored.
Oh, Baker scored. Oh, Corbin, you're right. Oh,
Okay.
right. Yes, sorry.
Okay, that's okay.
Okay.
You never know, do you?
Okay, so it's YouTube. No, this is YouTube music.
You got it? Finding a place where she can tune into this? Or is she working? Or?
She's coming. She's on her way.
Oh, okay.
She should be here any minute now.
Okay, here we go. Top of the second.
It's okay.
And the leadoff hitter for
Hey, come on, Eli.
the
Strike 1 up.
Seahawks
Come on, Jake.
is number 8, Max Stencil, the second baseman. And he takes that first pitch. First pitch with the ball?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's 2 up.
2 balls, no strikes. There's one up in the ice, 3-0.
Point, kid.
Right down the tube. 3-1.
Go, Eli.
And that one bounces in, and leadoff walk for the Seahawks. Brings up the left fielder, number 10, Elijah Davis. balls low. Third baseman Wright's on the infield turf looking for the bunt. And that ball's low.
Strike one, kid.
Trope struggling a little here, trying to find the strike zone. And that one's low. 3 balls, no strikes. Wright's backed up a couple of steps at third. Trope checks the runner. And there's a called strike. 3-1. Same exact pattern as the first batter. Ball, 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 strike. And again, ball, 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 strike. Here we go. 3 balls, 1 strike. And that's a little too far outside. Back-to-back walks, and let's see, that's going to get Trope's going to get a visit from Coach Jack. DeForest joins him on the mound. See what's going on. Two on, nobody out. And the home plate umpire is making the obligatory walk out to the mound to move things along, and everybody responds as we've come to expect and resumes their positions, and we're ready to go again.
Back ahead, run out.
Chase Woods, the catcher. Trope fakes the throw out to second. Batter shows bunt, pulls it back, called strike. Catcher throws down to second.
Good job, William.
Runner is safe.
Go, kid. Go.
Wright's playing back. Catcher showing bunt again. And he puts it down. Trope throws to first. Successful sacrifice, 1-3. Number 9 hitter, right fielder number 2, Jesse Hutt. Ball low.
Good spot, Eli. Hop.
The opposite of the strike zone yesterday.
I don't know where the fuck that is.
Hitter shows bunt. Ball's outside. Wright was charging on that. 2 balls, no strikes. Batter's going to bunt again. Umpire says he went for the strike. Two balls, 1 strike. The hitter has a tell. He slides his hand up the bat a little bit. You could tell what he's thinking. I don't think Wright can see that down at third. Let's see. Will he do it again? No, he's swinging away now. Bud takes the ball low.
On Eli.
Strike 2 called. Here comes the full count pitch. Batter shows bunt, tries to bunt with 2 strikes, and
Call that on the 3-1 pitch.
on a ball bunted foul with 2 strikes.
He's gonna squeeze a nice situation.
Has an automatic strikeout. 2 down.
Over to the home run and then
Back to the top of the order.
hit a single.
Marcel Jones, a shortstop, grounds out to right to start off the game.
Scored.
Close pickoff throw back to second.
Get inside the foul pole and hit about 20
Lions infielders were running off the field. They thought they had it, but the umpire said not so fast, boys.
It was a mile high. It was like towering.
Ball bounces in front of Jones. 1 ball, no strikes.
Go, Eli, bucket.
Ball 2. There's a strike. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 out, 2 on. 2-0 Lions. Ball 3.
On the eye.
Ground ball out to the second baseman. Chen scoops it up, tosses over to Dylan, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. Trope has thrown through 20 pitches in the first inning and 23 in the second for a grand total of 43. So it could be a short afternoon if he keeps that pattern up.
We have to win out if we want to buy. Yeah, but it's difficult to tell because there's so many games stuff. Like Blanchett has only played 7 league games. I don't even feel bad. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They better before playoffs. They don't make nothing, but not this one. That's the first round. That's like the 12, 13 game or whatever, you know. Come on, Chen.
Leading off the bottom of the second is Andrew Chan. That ball is wide and bounces off the backstop.
Come on, Chen. Let's go, kid.
Ball 2 very wide. This is pretty much a carbon copy of how he started off right at the top of the Lions order in the bottom of the first. Chen sees one that he likes, takes a swing at it, lifts it into left field where it's taken into the glove for the first out.
Find your way out, kid. Come on out. Hop half. Come on, kid.
There's that wide ball. 1-0.
On kid. On line.
Zane Baker is down in the Lions bullpen, getting loose. Just in preparation should young Trope get into trouble. That ball bounces in.
There you go, your count, kid. One spot only. Count, Blue.
That ball's high. 3-0. Oh, 3-1. And ball 4.
Look, Brandon.
Tight zone both ways.
Tell you when Brandon's going.
Angus Dillon at the plate. Chan has a big lead out there. Oh, and he gets back. Chan just has that look of somebody who has to run.
Good job.
He wants to go. Look at that lead. Ooh.
Hey, not you, Angus, huh?
Between the chin and shoulders for a strike. And he's off. And not going to get him. Chan steals the bag. Michael, was that very close?
It was actually closer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
The ball actually hit Brendan, but he was on the base when the ball hit him. But
Okay. 2 strikes. Fouls.
Angus, straighten out, huh? Come on, kid.
Dillon fouls it over the left field fence. Foul. Still 2 strikes. Chan with a big lead. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Dillon went chasing. 2 down. Bring us back to the top of the order. Charlie Wright hit a high fly into shallow left field his first time up that the shortstop caught. This is a different speed for these Lions batters than they saw last night with Eastside Catholic. Number 5, Yip, the pitcher, throws quite a bit slower than did the hurler last night. Wright takes a second ball high. Chan with the lead. Yip checks him. Turns around to fake a throw. Chan gets back.
wow, Ballard's up 4-0. Good.
Getting a report in here that Ballard is leading Bainbridge 4-0. Wright watches a strike float
Charlie.
in
Come on now, kid.
at the knees. 2 balls, 1 strike. Wind is blowing straight in from left to left center field. And Wright goes the other way. That's going to score the run. Single drops and dies in front of the right fielder.
Up, Charlie. Let's pick it up, huh, kid? Uh-oh. Triple to right center.
Brings Carroll back to the plate, who had a mammoth home run his first time up, and there's a curve ball that
When I see him
stays high.
gets it to the fence in right center, he's probably going to circle the bases.
That's what he's
And the coach is going to go out and talk to the young man about how to pitch to this guy with first base occupied. Another situation, they might have just walked Carroll, but there's no way to get around him now.
Walk still may be the best outcome.
I don't disagree with that. Charlie, right, dives, C, second, after steal,
And we're ready to go again.
Corbett.
Here's the pitch. Curveball.
Good take, Corbett.
Late
huh?
call. Strike. That ball took a long time to get to the plate. Pitcher steps off to get right back.
Got to
And
the Steelers.
Thomas's observation was he was not sure that the ball even got to the plate, and on second thought he may have been right. And Wright goes on the pitch, a slow curveball, and the catcher did not have an opportunity, a chance to throw that ball.
It's count for 4 pitches if you walk somebody at that time.
Or however many balls are left.
2 balls, 1 strike. Here's a pitch. Gets past the catcher, and Wright's going to scoot over to third.
Well, I'm not sure everyone knows that rule.
That was a wild pitch.
But that's how it's supposed to be. Here, Corbin. Your Callie's coming for you, huh?
That ball bounces past the catcher, and Wright's going to score. Carroll motors down the first, just in case the opportunity. He could take second, but he holds up there at first on that walk. And the Lions have another pair here in the second, so 4-0 Lions. That brings Zane Baker to the plate. Who walked his first time up. Ball gets by the catcher again. Another wild pitch. That moves Carroll on to second base. Ball's high.
Those ain't. Hey, Zane.
Catcher turns around to get the runner back to second base. 2 balls, no strikes. Hit and run. Ground ball out to the second baseman. Tosses it over to the first baseman for the third out. But the Lions pick up 2 more.
Yeah, what do you got there, Roman? What's this?
1 run, 1 hit. 2 runs, 1 hit. 1 left on base. 4-0 Lions coming to the top of the third. Eli Trope back to the mound. Food that's really hard to chew. I took 1 bite and realized the space between the innings.
No, I'm not gonna eat anything. I can't eat anything. No, I can't eat anything.
Colin asked me after the last night's game. I'm not allowed to share it because of all that music they were playing. They got picked up by like 11 copyright infringements. So.
Because I wanted to watch the film because I missed some
Yeah. Probably not for 60 days or something like that.
that's what I thought.
So that's why I have this now to try and.
I really can't.
And you just swallow it really quick.
Here we go, top of the third.
I don't need more fortune.
Eli Trope into the wine, and here's the first pitch.
Wait, I.
High strike to the leadoff hitter, number 1, Swanson, the center fielder. Swing and a miss.
Boy.
0 and 2.
Work quick, kid.
Swing and a miss. 3 pitches.
Oh,
1
yeah.
out. That's the kind of rhythm Trope's looking for. Rhythm and control. Brings up number 23, Nestor Herman. Singled up the middle past Baker. Past a diving Baker back in the first. Here's a wind in the pitch. That finds outside corner. 4 straight strikes. Swing and a miss. Was that a breaking ball, Michael? Breaking ball. 0 and 2. Fouls it off.
Hey, crooked.
Here's the pitch. And the home plate umpire checks with the field umpire, says the batter did not offer at that pitch, so it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ooh, there's a curveball broke a little too soon. And there's a single in the left field. Corman picks it up on a couple of hops and gets it back into the cutoff man Baker.
2 strikeout pitches in a row. Honey, that strike him out.
Brings up Liam Moe, first baseman. He hit that single in between the defenders, last inning, between the shortstop, left, and center fielders. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. That gets past the catcher, and runner's going to get down to second.
This type of thing, Eli needs to learn the first 3. Good experience for him.
Time was called by the batter. It works in Trope's favor. It was a ball. Here's the pitch. Strike on the inside corner. Evens the count 2-2. That curveball stays up to run the count full. Ball 4.
It's gonna be a tough game for us.
Yeah. Ballard's up 6-0.
Ballard has extended their lead over Bainbridge 6-0.
Who's pitching for Ballard, Thomas? Jay?
Better.
Cup.
Blurry
Quinn
still, so it's like a fisheye effect.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Which means we'll probably see it.
I think that, yeah. I'm not sure who they're going to throw against today. Probably Jay.
Is that Friday?
Catcher called a timeout to talk with his pitcher, and the batter and his third base coach had a chat, and we're ready to get going again here with runners at first and second, 1 out, top of the third lines, holding a 4-0 lead.
Yeah, I don't think the Day's gonna lose anymore. Maybe to Ballard.
There's a ball lifted out to left field. Corman comfortably gets underneath it, wraps it up in his glove, gets it back to the cutoff man. 2 down. Brings up Max Stencil, second baseman. Walked his last time up, was stranded on third when the inning came to a close.
Yeah, the Joe Hall record. But winning in the division against a division rival helps.
Throw down to second. Runner gets back. Called strike 1 to Stencil. Batter calls timeout. Ask for a timeout and granted by the umpire.
We still gotta play Ballard, huh? That's right. Yeah, that's exactly. And
Ball high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball bounces in. 2-1.
One down still?
Swing and a miss.
Honey, light.
Evens the count, 2-2. The hitter looked like he was expecting something else.
Come on, kid.
Trope's pitch. And it's lofted to the right side, but it's going to drift foul. Andrews had a long way to go to get that one. That wind I was mentioning before pushed that ball probably 15, 20 feet off of its initial trajectory. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's a ground ball out to third base. Wright scoops it up. It's going to be a quick throw, and he gets his man. 5-3. Inning over.
Hey Mike, how are you doing?
Okay, good. How's it going? We're,
Been a week.
since you've been to a game, or it's just been a tough week?
Heidi's dad died last Thursday, and I was in New York.
1 run.
Anyway,
Sorry.
it's been a
1
week.
hit, no runs,
It's nice to have distraction.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
no errors, and again, for the 3rd inning in a row, 2 men left on base. 4-0 Lions coming to the bottom of the 3rd. Got an update for me, Thomas, on that Bainbridge
No, still 6-0.
Ballard score? Nope, still 6-0.
Nice
Okay.
all the time,
Roosevelt
almost all the time.
Roosevelt and Blanchett are tied 2-2,
Roosevelt and Blanchett tied at 2-2.
and Prep is up 1-0 on Nathan Hill.
Prep up 1-0 on Nathan Hale. And there's your Metro scoreboard. I'm going to pull my camera off here and see if it needs some readjustment. Yes, it does. I can see what you're talking about, Carrie. Okay.
You had last night's game, that was a breaker in the 6th.
Yep, one bad inning. But you know, 3 hits and 3 runs
William DeForest coming to the plate at the bottom of the 3rd.
Sorry, soft kid. On default.
And he takes the ball outside. Ball 2.
On William.
And that one's high, 3-0.
Hey, William.
There's a strike. 3-1.
East Side 1, West Seattle 0. 5th inning.
East
in the 5th inning.
Eastside holding a narrow 1-0 lead over West Seattle in the 5th inning.
Seattle must have a pretty good pitcher.
They have a good pitcher. I don't know if it's pitcher. We didn't see anything from the West. They're better than us.
Yeah, maybe.
Ball 4, and the Lions have a leadoff walk, and Evan Brown replaces William DeForest. It brings Jackson Andrews to the plate.
That would be very nice. Still don't see it happening.
And the Sealth coach wants to talk to his infield.
Sometimes you win a big game, you look past the team, and you have an emotional letdown, and where that can go. Yeah, that's kind of obnoxious, don't they?
We've been that way. Jackson.
Ball inside. To Jackson Andrews, Lions right fielder. Evan Brown has his lead on it first. And tossover gets him back.
It's a backup catcher. It's a backup.
Strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. That goes behind the hitter, and Brown scampers down to second base. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner at second. Nobody out.
West Seattle's name for the best guy. Because the guy was supposed to go throw against us. Their best guy is quite good, I think.
Here's the pitch. It's high. 3-1.
Those middle field teams are, I think, a lot better than they were like last year. And there's some good pitching. There's gonna be an upset.
Strike 2 called, and the count is full.
Full count. On Jackson, win it, huh, kid?
Here's the pitch. And it's high, but Jackson goes up and gets it. Corks it into left field for a single. Andrews
Go, go, go!
slides into second with a double, and the throw into second gets past the shortstop, second baseman, and into right field, allowing Jackson Andrews to motor over to third base, and that's going to be it for Yip. Second visit to the mound. This time looks like it's maybe the manager to come for the ball.
He's a recommissioned.
And number 20 coming in the pitch. Looks like Woodard.
He's a really nice guy. Funny guy. I mean, the thing is that they will beat teams like that. They did beat East Side last year. They squeezed in 2 runs, 2 outs. So it's when I think Ryan's senior year, when he had to play twice, it was 200 games. What's this guy's name? Hudman?
Woodard. And the first pitch is a looping curveball that stays high, ball one. Bounces in for ball two. Corman offers it that, hits it high and foul down the right side, out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike.
6-2, Fowler to Moonbridge. Moonbridge threw 80. He is. I don't know if he's a pitcher. I don't know if that's who I would have chosen off of their staff.
Corman swings and fouls it down into the ground. Runs the count even, 2-2. Ball bounces off the catcher's chest protector, scoots to the right, he gets it back. Run the count full to Corman.
Yeah, AJ came in the first.
Fowler must have hit him around with some runs.
4 runs, 1 earned, 1 hit, 4 walks. 4 walks. That's what it was.
Corman hits high over the backstop. We can see that one. Lands about 20 feet behind us. Still a full count. And there's a bounce, a slow bouncer down the third base line, and the third baseman cannot pick it up. Going to be an infield single. He would not have gotten Corman had he fielded it.
6.
First pitch to Andrew Chen is a ball, albeit bouncing a little bit high. That ball that Corman hit had many other characteristics of a bunt, and with his speed, they weren't going to get him. Ball 2 to Chen. Catcher throws down the first. 2 balls, no strikes. Nobody out, 2 in, runner at first. 6-0 Lions. And Corman is off and running. The third baseman gets the ball and tosses it across, but I think Chen was going to beat that one out too. It got past the first baseman, and Corman, running on the pitch, was able to get over to third. Runners at first and third. Brendan Chan is the batter. Runners at the corners. And the runner's off. And the ball is poked into right field. It's going to drop. No one's going to get it. 2 runs are going to score. No, I'm sorry. Just 1 run. Angus is running out. Angus looked like a base runner out there. 1 run scores. And Chan ends up on third with Chan out on first with a single.
One out.
Nobody out. Angus Dillon to the plate. Runners back at the corners. The ball is high to Dillon. A walk and 4 straight singles have led to, and there's a shot out to the left fielder. Catches the ball, and the run's going to score. Tagging up and coming home is Andrew Chan. Brendan Chan holds over at first.
Charlie's left now.
Brings back the top of the Lions batting order. Charlie Wright will switch over to the other side of the plate. Against the right-handed Woodard.
You hot.
Wright takes the first pitch on the outside corner. Hits that ball into the hole between first and second. Chan is on his horse, and Wright's going for second. The throw's going through. He head for a slide. He's going to be safe. Cut off by the second baseman.
Still nobody. Or one. One out.
It's going to be a double.
This is an intentional walk situation if I ever saw one. Michael, would you put him on?
Huh?
You gonna put him on here?
Oh. It matters. He's got protection behind him.
Oh, you're just looking. Okay. 4 and
Why not, Corbett?
8. Okay. Or maybe 9. No, just 8.
Come on, Seb. Stay hot, kid.
So that was a double for Wright. He was checking to see if the right fielder was going to throw to second. And Carroll pokes one into the gap, and no one's going to get that. It's over the left fielder's head, actually. That's going to knock in 2. Carroll's going to have some fun. He's going for third. Here comes the throw. Head for a slide. And he has his 7th triple of the season. Here we go.
You hear their dugout? I want to see, I don't know if this is a record. I want to see if he's going to set the state record for triples in a career.
Zane Baker, the 9th hitter of the inning. Takes a high strike. A strike in the upper part of the strike zone, according to the umpire. Ball high.
Maybe those records for football. So Zane, 1 point up. What are we working? 9? 10?
10. 10 zip Lions. Two balls, 1 strike to Baker. Way outside. 3-1. Just one out here in the inning, and the Lions have already plated 6 runs. That's going to be ball 4. And once again, runners at the corners. It's a common theme this inning. William DeForest up for the second time in the 3rd inning here. Walked his last time up. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Swing and a miss.
Hey, get out, Caleb. Come on out.
That ball's high. DeForest swings at that one, fouls it back. Evens the count, 2-2. Curveball very high, full count.
Come on out, William.
Inside.
Come on, kid.
Well, apparently now it's 3-2. I had 3-2 before, but it's all right. Full count. That's ball 4, and the bases are loaded.
Come on, Jackson.
Evan Brown back out to run for the Lions catcher. Jackson Andrews doubled down the left field line his last time up. And scored DeForest. And he gets into another one, but the center fielder has a beat on it. And he makes his throw into third base as Carroll comes in to score. The throw keeps Baker on at second. Sacrifice fly, SF8. Jake Corman at the plate. Infield singles last time up. Pops that one a mile high behind us here. Thud. It's going to stay dry. Oh, Corman reaches out and drills one past the pitcher that's going to score Baker. Throw comes all the way home. First baseman gets the cutoff. Brown stays down at second. Corman picks up an RBI.
On, Andrew.
Andrew Chen singled his first time up this inning. Takes a ball. And another. 2 balls, no strikes.
Hey, come on, Andrew.
Ball 3. And Sealth is about ready to load the bases again. Catcher calls for a timeout to go and talk to his pitcher. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 out. Runners at first and second. 8 runs in this inning for a total of 12. 12-0 Lions. Ball 4 is inside, and they're loaded for Brendan Chan, who hit a single into right field his last time up. Ball gets past the catcher, but Brown's going to hold on at third.
Jay's in on the pitch count is what I heard. I think Cuenca's stuff has always been better. It's just control shit.
Ball 2 is outside. Pop up high, right on first base bag. The first baseman was standing on the bag when he caught that ball. 3 outs. Come to the top of the 4th, lined with the 12-0 lead. Zane Baker is going to take over on the mound for Eli Trope. And let's see how they shook things up around here. And we have new catcher, looks like Will Austin behind the plate. William DeForest moves out to third. Jake Corman still in left. Corbin Carroll, I believe, yes, still in center. Jackson Andrews standing pat in right field. Angus Dillon still at first. Andrew Chen at second. And Charlie Wright scooted over into the shortstop spot. That looks like an Austin for Trope swap.
Yes.
16 for 11. Leading off, number 10, Davis takes the ball from Baker. Swings and misses at the next pitch. one strike.
Come on, kid.
Swings and misses that second pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball outside. Strike 3 called. Swing and a miss by the Sealth catcher. A ground ball into his own dugout. Scattered everybody. No balls, 2 strikes.
Go Zane, come on, kid.
Swing and a miss. 2 down. Line's going to throw that one around. Number 9 hitter, the right fielder, Jesse Hutt, struck out his first time up. Ball 1.
Go Zane.
Swing and a miss.
Go Zane.
1 ball, 1 strike. On the outside corner, the hitter held up.
It's coming. It's coming out of whether or not we're done or not.
There's a ball. 3 balls, 1 strike.
That's not my call.
Ground ball out to the third baseman. Scooped it up and made a good effort to get the ball over to first, but wasn't going to be in time to get the runner. Yeah, so it's going to be an infield single. One of those swinging bunts. Takes us to the top of the order. Back to Marcel Jones. Takes the ball. And a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. There are some ominous looking clouds behind us. Can't tell which way they're going to go though. That ball's low.
Go Zane.
There's a high hopper back to the pitcher. He bounces it over to the first baseman, Angus Dillon, who backhands it in a scoop to close the inning out. A 1-3 putout.
go tell them?
New pitcher for Sealth is going to be Grinnell, number 4. Here in the top of the 5th. Angus Dillon watching the new pitcher. See if he can get his timing on him. And looks like Aaron Brown in the on-deck circle. He's going to get an at-bat this time in Charlie Wright's spot.
Probably Luke gets him back this morning, right?
I saw him with a helmet on.
Maybe for Portland. Portland hit after that.
No, I think Evans is for Corbin.
No, Evans in for Charlie.
One of those pitches that hits the front lip of home plate. Often it bounces all the way over the backstop. This one went pretty much straight up and down. Ball 1 to Angus Dillon. Takes a hack at one, just gets a piece of it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Curveball stays too high. Evens the count, 2-2. Fouls it back against the screen.
I saw that, yeah.
Ooh.
He's gonna get called.
Curveball drifted past his helmet. Full count.
He's gonna play in the playoffs, I think.
And he pokes that one. Oh! Second baseman jumped. He couldn't squeeze it, though. Gonna give Dillon a single on that. Evan Brown batting for Charlie Wright here in the top of the 5th. throw down to first after that strike call. Ball 2. Or ball 1, I should say. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball gets by, but Dylan doesn't advance. Ball 3. Ball inside, ball 4. Catcher throws down, but that pushes Angus Dillon up to second base. Runners at first and second, nobody out to start things off. And Luke Porter's going to bat for Corbin Carroll in Corbin Carroll's spot. Strike on the outside corner. Ooh, he gets all of that straight out to the center fielder, though. He hit that ball hard, folks. Wow. You might have heard it through the microphone here. But right at the center fielder for the first down of the inning. Zane Baker to the plate. It's the ball low. Ball scoots past the catcher, but the runners hold. 2 balls.
Who's pitching for you? Well, it's 8 up right now, isn't it? Isn't it 8 pitching?
Say again?
It's 8 pitching now. Number 8's on
Is he?
Yeah. I think it's just defensive slot. It is. They switched, yeah.
Oh. Ground ball out to the third baseman is going to be a race to the bag. He'll step on it. That'll force Dillon out for the second out of the inning. A 5 unassisted fielder's choice.
On default.
William DeForest takes the first pitch for a ball. 2 down, runners at first and second. And there's a single in the center field. That's going to pick up Brown. And Baker will stop at second.
Play default.
Easy, nice, easy swing. Andrews takes a strike. Foul up and off to the right. High curveball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
On Jackson.
Line drive out to the second baseman that had a curve on it. He slid past the ball off of his glove. Ball had a little English, wind assisted. I think he just misread that and misplayed it. There's a ball through the hole on the right side, first pitch to Corman. And the runners are going to hold. That'll load the bases.
On Chen.
Brings up Andrew Chen, Lions second baseman. Swing and a miss at a high fastball.
Go, Andrew.
Ball low. Thomas, you have any Metro League updates for us? That ball's high. Say again?
Hold on a second.
Okay. There's the ball hit to center field. He's been pretty sure-handed out there in this wind, and he takes it in. That will bring the inning to a close, but the Lions pick up 2 more. We're going to the, well, that was the bottom of the, bottom of the 4th. Going to the top of the 5th. Last chance for Sealth to get on the board. 14-0 Lions. 0 for 1. It's the top of the 5th, 14-0. Number double ought, 0-0. Gaither is pinch hitting for Swanson here to open off the 5th. Open up the 5th. And he lays down a bunt, a good looking bunt. Pitcher's on it. Throw to first. Not in time. Single.
They tried to get a waiver so you could stay at Ballard, but they didn't get approved.
Number 23, Herman, designated hitter to the plate. Single twice today, up the middle both times. First inning, a hard ground ball. Third inning, a line shot. Ball bounces away from Will Austin. The runner gets down to second.
Plus, they've got that Queen Anne Magnolia. It's always been a strong little league.
Lincoln is going to really get in there.
Call strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Strike 2. Here's Baker's pitch. That's a little low. Strike 3 call in the inside corner. 2 down. Up, 1 down. Runner at second, 1 out. Brings up the left-handed hitting cleanup hitter, Liam Moe. Today has singled into left center field and walked. Takes the first pitch for a ball. There's a ground ball out to the shortstop right. He picks it up, tosses across to Angus Dillon for the second out. The runner advances over to third base on that 6-3 putout. So that runner advanced to third. We got a runner at third, 2 down, top of the 5th. There's a ball outside. Ball 2. Gaither's wanting to score. Ball's high. 3-0 to Aremia.
I know there's a long, this is the final iteration of many, many maps before this.
And Remia taking on that pitch. 3 balls, 1 strike. And that one bounces in. Going to put runners at the corners for the Seahawks.
We're pushing for bigger.
Number 8, Max Stencil, second baseman. Baker bounces another one in. High strike. Up in the zone, but good enough. 1 ball, 1 strike. Low and inside, 2-1. I think this may be the first time today that Sealth has gotten a runner to third base. I could be wrong. There's a ground ball to the hole. Chan Dives cannot get it, and Sealth will get their first run of the game. It's going to be a single. Through the hole on the right side. Brings up Elijah Davis, the left fielder. He walked in the second, struck out in the fourth. Takes the ball outside. Runners at first and second, 2 down. Sealth needs to get 4 more runs if they want to keep playing. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Gets a piece of it. And he pokes one. Looks like it could drop in between everybody. Nope, but Carroll is there. Speed never takes a holiday. And the game is over. See you, Thomas. See you, Michael. Yeah. 14-1. Yeah, where do you have to come? Let me get this off. So where do you have to come from?
Friday I'll be coming from the Beacon Hill neighborhood. They got their
So the final score today here is 14-1, Seattle over Chief Sealth High School. Our next game is Friday at Lower Woodland at 4 p.m. I believe, I don't have the schedule in front of me, but I believe our opponent is Bishop Blanchette. Check your schedule and see you in a couple of days.